All right, welcome back to the Tool World Podcast. I'm your host, David Jew. I'm here with Grandmaster Jew.
How's it going there, Mr. Jew?
I'm pretty well. Now, don't forget, we have our Las Vegas tournament coming up August 1st. It's going to be a grand old time. It's shaping up to be a pretty decent tournament. I'm not even going to say decent. Shaping up to looking like a great tournament.
Yeah, looking pretty good.
And
I'm kind of curious, though. How many of them that have joined have come because they saw and heard it from us on the podcast?
I don't know. You could send them a survey after the tournament and say, how did you find us? You're like one of those restaurants. How did you find us? Yelp, Twitter, We also have the IIC coming up.
But we're all over all that too anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yelp.
Yeah. We have the IIC coming up October 23rd, 25th, so you can register for that now. In a previous video, I hinted at a special jacket design only for our Tool World Plus members.
That's right.
Right? And it's free. So,
but you have to
join and be a member.
Yep.
Well,
it's for our members who attend
the IIC. Right. So they attend the IIC.
If you don't go to the IIC, nada.
But being a member of Tool World Plus is great because it does also encompass your US ITF membership if you choose that one.
If you choose that, that's right.
So, we help you guys out as well, and we don't make anything on it, but we're just trying to make it easy for them, right? So
Community,
as they give back, we have a special jacket, and you'll see it in some other video when we have the sample of it, and we're going to be custom making them.
We don't even make a lot of them. How do we pay for that stuff?
Huh? We're taking a loss on it, actually. We're actually taking a loss on some of it, but
okay.
Yeah. But, it's for the Taekwondo community. And
it's because it's cool.
Yeah,
I know what cool. It is. You just want to wear something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
We only buy stuff that we want to wear.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like this uniform. This is our newest uniform, too. So.
Did I? Yeah, I got the same one.
Yeah.
It's just like, we wanted a certain look. We want a certain feel. So we buy the same size. We have a ton of those. We don't have any of the little ones or the big ones, so.
Yeah. All right, this week we're going to be talking about, should an organization make new forms or patterns? And you're like thinking, no.
Well.
But I'm going to hit you with this point here. I'm going to say, Taekwondo learning never ends. And we're always pushing the limits of new learning. New learning.
Okay, well, let's start with you. What do you think?
I think it's an interesting idea. And I would say, as a fourth dan, no, I am not going to create new forms. But from an organization standpoint, you do have a top level. You got your president, you got your CEO, you got your vice president with ninth degrees. There's just so many of them now. It has to come from a singular point, right? Not everyone can just make it. And it has to be studied. There has to be reason for it. Right. Anybody can put together a sequence of techniques, but why are we doing it? So, I think there's a valid point of if it's coming from the right person or the right level, discussed, and they have clear objectives of the form, should you introduce new forms, especially for higher ranks, because you need to learn new things as well. Or you could do it where, you scratch all the old black belt forms, and you're like, this is the new year ones, and then 5 years later, scratch all those, this is the new ones again, or something like that, And that would make all the masters, get out there and work out a little bit.
Or they might not.
Or they might not. Yeah. It definitely would make you keep working on it. All right. So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, that's an interesting question. I think that I remember General Che was talking a little bit about this. He says, the reason why there's 24 patterns, there's a reason for in ITF why there's 24 patterns. And he even said that, when I die, maybe you guys will make 25 patterns.
But some organizations have.
Maybe. Yeah. That's what he said, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there is a reason why there are 24 patterns in the ITF system. And these are General Che's work. Now, I would say, this is what I would say, if you want to do General Che's work and you want to do ITF, then you preserve the ITF system. Mm-hmm. The 24 patterns are the 24 patterns. That's what it is.
This is a joke though, but I'm gonna say, what you need is, you had General Che before. you gotta have like a Dalai Lama or like a Pope, you know, so that's like everyone next, and they continue the New Age. Because you know, if you look at like the Pope, he doesn't teach the same things that the last Pope taught. They have their own certain ideals.
Sure.
And they have
the New Testament.
Yeah, I guess the New Testament. But they've pushed the barrier of what is taught.
Yeah.
Right. But I get your point being that, yeah, 24 patterns is the ITF system.
It's really, I would almost say it's the basis of the ITF. I mean, and so if you want to do the ITF under what General Che is, then that's what it should be. And if you want to do something else, you want to create a whole new set of 24, don't call it ITF, just call it something else.
Well, I mean, in that case then, like you look at like some of them, you have Paul Gay forms, you got Taegooks, you got Poomsae.
Yeah, but you don't call that ITF.
But no, well, hold on a second, hold on. So some schools do Paul Gay, some schools do Poomsae, some schools do Taegook. Taegook is the black belt one, right?
Okay.
But ITF has Chonghun forms, right? So could you create a whole new system of 24 for a new age?
Yeah, but don't call it ITF.
But it could still be ITF
even,
if ITF created them, but you don't call them the Chonghun forms.
Well, okay.
But you call them. Well, I'm not Korean enough to know what you could call it. But let's say you made a completely new set of 24, almost like you had 2 seasons of a TV show.
You know what's interesting is like Chonghun. You know what that is?
Yeah, it's his pen name.
General Che's pen name.
Right.
Right. So if you're going to change his work, then don't call it Chonghun. But you know.
Right, but you preserve that one. So you have that one is preserved. That's like
the
like
Chonghun
legacy
system is kind of like the ITF, although some of the concepts are different. Like the Chonghun groups, they don't do sine wave.
Yeah, but they call that Hyung, right?
Right. So it's like maybe the older system, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that if you want to change it, then call it something else. If you want to call it.
But ITF
whatever.
is just an organization. It's not the not the system. It's not the forms. It's just an organization.
Right. So then, what do we call what we do? Maybe we've also called it the Chunji forms, the Chonghun forms, the ITF forms. And so when you say ITF forms, you're always referring back to General Che's work. That's kind of what it is.
So what if you had a new pope?
Yeah.
Like General Che, and they bring in the new age. How do you feel about that?
Personally, I wouldn't do it. I just
even if you're in the ITF and they have sponsored and allowed it, and they go, this is the next age, and we still have the Chonghun forms.
I already can see it now. We are splitting the organization.
Right.
That's kind of what I see. You know, I mean, I don't know. This is what I would say though. I would say that creating a set of exercises, or maybe creating something that's a little bit more conducive for young children, I can see that happening. And how would that all incorporate in an organization? Do you still call it patterns? Yeah, maybe you still call it maybe it's, you know, I'm just thinking about like these patterns, these 24 patterns, took a long time to learn all those.
Right, that's why
Right?
I'm saying it's like, you don't just like
And
create them. It's somebody that has to like
right,
dedicate
but you
their life to it.
You could maybe, because you see a lot of younger children now, really some of the patterns are a little bit too hard for the little kids. And so you could, theoretically, I think you could make something different for them. And how do you do the whole ranking system? So now we're talking about changing ranking system, or when do they go into, I mean, I think schools do that now, where they have a system for the juniors, and then when they graduate, and they can now go into the real program, or sometimes people say that, or the ITF program, whatever, and then you can earn your black belt through that way, or you know, you might have junior black belts and they're 6-year-old black belts, but it's, you know, it's the Pee-wee black belt, and then you move into the, you know, so yeah, I can see something like that, but
or the old man pattern.
The
So
Tai Chi.
There's no
Tai Chi.
high kick, no
Yeah.
holding it out, all slow motion.
Yeah, the Tai
Tai Chi,
ITF patterns.
Right.
Well, you already do that.
Yeah.
Just do everything slow.
Right. Okay.
For me, that's the way it would
So
be.
how do you feel about some organizations have created new patterns?
Well, the ATA did.
Yeah, I
In
heard
the
those are
beginning-
crazy.
But in the beginning, they were ITF patterns.
Right.
And you know why they changed it? I think the reason why they changed it is because you're just an ITF organization, but you're not ITF.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they go, no, we're an organization. Okay. And so they come up with their own patterns.
Right.
And so now they are definitely, don't call us ITF. We're ATA. I think that's,
Right.
this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I do remember that they used to
Yeah.
do those.
I guess the question is like, what defines a pattern? Like I said earlier, you could just
It's just
throw
a sequence
you
of
can-
movements.
Yeah, well, anyone can do that. I mean, I could throw together some movements and make it look good, and but it doesn't have the weight of doing Wanyol. There's something about Wanyol that makes it a little special.
Anyone can create a new martial art if you want to say that too.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
could too. Yeah.
I change something up and I'm going to call it Judo-Kwan or something.
Yeah.
Or Ju-Che-Kwan or something.
Okay. Yeah.
See Ju like our last name and Che like
Yeah, I know. You've been going on about that for years.
I think that,
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good in the pun on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
pattern.
Yeah. So your thoughts on the other organizations, or
Well, I don't know. Well, okay, I've seen other organization.
some of them add on to the Changhon forms?
Oh, do they actually call it a pattern or do they call it an exercise? Because
No, they call it a pattern.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Because I probably, if it was me, I would say, yeah, you want to create an exercise? Sure, why not? When I started in Taekwondo, Grandmaster Sabri didn't just teach four-directional punch and four-directional block. He had this thing called Chang Hap Kibon or something like that. Chang Hap Kibon? And it's a lot of people in Malaysia know it. And it was it's like a sequence of pattern, but also similar to a step sparring, similar to a beginning 3 step sparring. Boy, I don't even remember how to do it, but I remember it. And I remember talking to somebody from Malaysia, and, oh yeah, we do that. It's like, oh yeah,
Okay.
I remember that.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember it was taught for the white belts. And was that a pattern? Yeah, it was a pattern, and there was a name, but I don't think he ever had a meaning to it. But I think there's some organizations that, you start changing names okay, so in a way, General Che has changed a pattern, right? The original Kodong to Ju-Che, right?
Yeah, but he's allowed to because he was alive at the time.
Right,
Yeah.
but he only kept 24.
Yeah.
But some people still learn the original Kodong. So technically, are they doing 25 patterns and not 24 patterns? Technically, they're doing 25 patterns, but it's only 24 of them that's recognized. So if the organization is ITF, those are the 24 patterns. And if you want to make something else, okay, you can make it. I would just say, here's some additional training patterns or
Training exercise.
extra credit or
Right.
and throw in Kodong as one of them,
Yeah.
or maybe it's Kodong and you throw in Ju-Che.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay, so this is unrelated, but hopefully this person's watching. Someone left a comment asking about four-directional punch and block.
Right,
And
that's not a pattern.
It's not a
though.
pattern, so I'll answer here because I saw the comment. I didn't type it back. But it's an exercise.
Right,
Same with four-directional thrust.
right.
It is an exercise, and those are, I guess their question was like, did we make it up, or I don't know what their exact question was because I think I had to translate it, but it is defined in the encyclopedia.
It is.
So it is a definite exercise, but not a pattern.
It is in the exercise portion of the encyclopedia. I
No,
believe.
not even an exercise portion. It's in the pattern section.
Is it? But he says it's an
Yeah,
exercise.
it's an exercise. Yeah.
And so you can create exercises. So if you want to do four-directional front snap kick, you could create one. If you want to do four-directional circular block, you could create one. You want to do a linear straight fingertip thrust exercise, you can do that. And it'll look like a pattern.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying about that one Chong
Right.
Hop Kibon. I don't even know if I said it right.
Probably not. Probably not.
I should reach out to my Malaysian
Yeah.
friends and ask, hey, do you remember that? What was it called again?
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Well, let us know you guys' thoughts on should organizations create new forms. As always, don't forget to be safe.
Keep training.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Taekwon.